The heights by great men reached and kept were not attained by sudden flight, but they, while their companions slept, were toiling upwards in the night. Greetings, everybody. I hope this message finds you at peace and working towards the things that will make you greater. Sometimes we hear people talk about haters, and it is one of those words that really gets to me because it's often misused. Haters will want to see you outside of the physical space. And when we are high achievers, you will have people who are even in better financial situation than yourself just being jealous of you to the point where they want to erase you. So if you are working, there are people on your job have a better position than you, are paid more than you, and they will want to do everything in their power to cause you to lose that job. This is why I would say to people in my community that the greatest success is standing on your own square and say to yourself, I shall not be moved. So, when it comes to loving my family, it's not about just saying I love you and just giving them every opportunity in terms of material things, but it's to put them in a position where they're able to compete. One person asked me, why did you send your child to an all white school? Well, first of all, in Canada, you are assigned school based on your address. Now, I can't deny that in the past, I have put my kids into school where that was not my address. And that's for a story for another time. I'm always in pursuit of better opportunities for my children. Okay? Listen, there are people, and let's call them the real haters, will hold their breath waiting for you to fail. And so you have to make them suffocate. Okay? We live in a world where it's not about us imagining these terrible things that happen to people in our community. It is real and it will never end. And when you have first an experience like I do, you can't just feel sorry for yourself. You got to disappoint the haters. Okay? And sometimes the haters are in your family, it's in your community. Nonetheless, or nevertheless, you have to get up every day and put fire to fury. You have no time or no chance to feel sorry for yourself and surrender. As you fall, you have to rise again. You have to keep going. You have to act like you have oil in your backyard and you got a special jewel between your legs. I teach my kids that we're not just survivors. Okay? We stand on a podium, and the only way you can do that is if you have a strong mind. I cannot tell you how many times people disrespect my partner, assume that the position that he holds is not his, or the material things he holds belongs to someone else. It is so disgusting, and you can feel angry about that, and you can keep it there at anger. But I cannot do that. The more I see these type of disregard or disrespect, the more it pushes me and mine. I don't have time to feel sorry for myself. I allow myself to be angry for a brief moment, and then I get up and I go again. We're still not expected to thrive for excellence. We're still expected to grovel and turn the other cheek. And there are times when there's something that you require that you have to humble yourself, but to make a mental note People think they get away with the disrespect, and you let them stew in their own delusion. You keep it stepping. Going to university is not the end all and be all of everything, but it does open doors to certain opportunities that if you have the ability, you should take. But if you are into skill work, it is something that I would encourage. And if you're into entrepreneurial skills, or if you have those skill sets, I say nothing beats independence, like having your own. It is an ugly world with some ugly people, but we cannot stay focused on that. We have to make plans to defy all the odds, to beat all the negative energy that is sent to destroy you or to hinder you. Sometimes it's not to take you out of the earth, sometimes it's just to stop you. And I've shared stories with you before with someone who was meddling into dark magic. And what she was trying to do is not to necessarily harm me physically. She was just trying to stop me from pursuing something that meant a lot to me. So the true haters are people who sometimes are better than you financially. Don't think it's just hungry people, poor people who are going to be haters. Sometimes these people are so happy for you and your success more than the ones who already have it, born into it. But yet, when they see you with less than themselves, they're bitter. Can't pay attention to their bitterness. Set fire to their fuel and allow that to make you grow. I'm always thinking of ways how I can prosper. The opportunities I see out there, sometimes when you go after them, you have to expect pain and suffering. And sometimes you have to draw for that, what they call bad word, to end you, to stand up in the game of life. No weakling can survive. You have to be strong mentally, because there are a lot of physically strong people, but they're mentally weak. And because of that, they're suffering. They're suffering, let me tell you. This is not different from the past. It's more subtle. And nowadays, something is changing. It's going back to not the covert thing, but it's going back to the overt types of discrimination and disregard and disrespect. If I can give you an example, I had an interview with some people, and when they came, they saw my partner outside, and instead of knocking on my door and come for the interview, what did they do? They go to him and say, "Why are you here? You work here or you live here?" Assuming that he was a gardener. No one ever assumes that this is his home that he purchased. They always assume that he's just here working. Why? Because of the color of his skin. Stop living in denial and stop thinking that things are going to change overnight. It will not. You can't change other people, change yourself. And even trying to change any circumstance besides your own is a waste of time. Think of ways and opportunity, or you can excel, or you can stand in whichever corrupted space and still excel. If you have a will, which is your mind, you can attain and achieve anything you set your mind to. That doesn't mean you don't have to go through hurdles and go through this obstacle course. You certainly will. That doesn't mean you're not going to be stressed out. That doesn't mean you're not going to cry. That doesn't mean you're not going to be cussing. But understand that whatever you put your focus on, what you steer on, is what you're going to attract to yourself. Whatever you focus on in your mind is what you're going to receive. Again, everything that I require in my life takes hard work and dedication and determination and this will, still will, to accomplish whatever I set my mind to. And I encourage my kids to have the same mindset. Because listen, if you think poverty is cool, then you know what? Step aside and let those who don't think it's cool go through. Because there ain't nothing beautiful about poverty, to be lacking the necessary things in life and to have more than what is required. Having extra and surplus. Prosperity is a game, it's a mindset, it is a way of life, it's something that we all should try to achieve and encourage our kids, our offspring to go towards, because it's not nice to be without. It's a horrible thing to be without money, to always wonder what you're going to do next, to be worried about, any type of financial thing. It is not a good thing. It is not good. It's not good. It's not good. So think long and hard about how you're going to go out there and you're going to chase not just the paper, but chase the opportunities that would allow you to become independent and stay independent, and expect that it's hard work and suffering. So that blessed everyone.